Hey, and welcome back for another installment. I am your astute athletic director, Larry Mormon, and this time I am accompanied by the incomparable, legendary Tiffany Cosme. So,
Okay.
Coach Cosme,
Yes.
first tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Norman, Oklahoma, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Graduated 1986 from Norman High.
1986.
Yeah.
Would it make you feel, would it
No,
make
don't
you
talk.
feel?
Don't talk about that.
Okay. You watched Coach Morstead, so you know where I was about to go with that.
Yes, I do.
All right. So next question. What sports do you coach at Longfellow, and why did you get into coaching to begin with?
I started at Alcott and I worked 1 year and then the softball coach quit and it was Christy Gray. And
Really?
yeah. And I took over the program there and I got to coach my older two daughters. And then Pete Liesenfeld brought me over to Longfellow. And I came over and I coached basketball and slow pitch. And then the next year I coached fast pitch, basketball, and slow pitch. At Longfellow, fast pitch, slow pitch, I'm the head coach. And I've done that for about 20 years.
Wow. Yeah, this is year 20, right?
Yes.
Woo! Congrats on that.
Thank
Do you
you.
wear any other hats at Longfellow other than the hat that you're wearing right now?
Well, I am the attendance secretary at Longfellow Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
I also am hall monitor. I go into classes sometimes and help teachers out. I cover classes sometimes for Miss Kristen. I do anything for her. I also work as a nurse because our nurse, she didn't work hardly at all. But
Ashley's gonna love hearing that.
no, I'm just kidding. We all work together so great, and we're all a team, and it's literally a pleasure to work in our office. And basically, we just do whatever we need to do.
Yeah, you, Michelle, Ashley, Linda, and Kristen, y'all are an awesome family, and it's pretty obvious when you guys are around each other.
Yeah, we do have a good time. I think sometimes we have a lot of fun more than the kids.
We already answered the next question because you've been coaching now for 20 years. How many of those years have been at Longfellow?
I think I'm on my 11th or 12th year. I don't know.
So as a youngster, before you went to high school, so when you were in middle school, or maybe back then, I think it was junior high, what sports did you do?
Well, I went to Irving Middle School and I was a cheerleader. And yes, I was.
You were a cheerleader?
I sure was.
You were a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
never
was.
knew that.
I was an Irving Cougar cheerleader. I actually have the uniform in there. But I played softball, basketball, and back then, of course, just like normal, you would play basketball and then you would run to the locker room and then I'd put my cheerleading outfit on and I'd be so red-faced and my hair would be all messed up. And I just go out there and cheer, though. It was good. And then in mid-high, I played softball, basketball, volleyball, track. That was 2 years. And then in high school, junior year, I played all four sports: softball, basketball, volleyball, track. I threw the shot and disc. But then in my senior year, I stopped throwing in track because of my shoulder.
So you did a lot of stuff growing up. You also, we talked about Coach Morstead. You also were quite the multi-sport athlete.
Yes, I was the second All-State in Norman High history of softball. Yes, I was.
You
Trivia
were the
question.
second All-State
All-Stater.
recipient at Norman High for softball?
Yes, I was.
Wow, I didn't know that. What position did you play?
Third base.
Oh, the hot corner.
Yeah.
Dang, I never knew any of this.
Yeah.
This is cool. You don't, I suppose you don't brag a whole lot about it, but that's cool. That's cool to know that. So you always say that you'll be done coaching at Longfellow when you die. So after 20 amazing years, tell us why you're so passionate about coaching and what makes you enjoy it so much.
I think it's probably the kids. I feel like that my philosophy, my teaching, my love for the kids is on the ground level. I would rather start them at the beginning. That's my job, is to get them ready for high school. I just want them to prepare, because I feel like if they survive me, then they could probably survive a lot more.
Yeah, I would say that that's one of the awesome things about your program is how much time you spend off the field teaching the girls the nuances of the game of softball that, a lot of girls that you get have never stepped on a softball diamond ever.
No.
For those who don't know, she spends time and she talks about, the key terms of softball. She talks about instances and shows videos about what it looks like, because for kids who have never done it before, sometimes being able to see it first and talk about it will allow someone who's literally never done it before at least be able to understand it when they physically do it. And that's one thing that you do that I really do like.
Yes, we do. We put Wednesdays in the classroom. They have notebooks that they're responsible for. They have homework. When we start our two-a-days in the first of the season, focus a lot on conditioning, but we also focus a lot of family time. You have to be nice to your parents. You have to show them that you can appreciate them. You have to do something that you were not told to do, and they have to write it in their notebooks. When you get to that middle school age, sometimes you kind of forget. And we our motto is student first, athlete second, lady always. We try to live by that every day. It's bigger than softball, and that's what I want my kids to know.
I think the one phrase that I always use when I describe you as a coach is that you coach them hard and you love them even harder.
Yes,
So
very
I,
good.
I think that describes your program really well. So, what was your single favorite moment about this, well, 3/4 school year that we've had this year?
We played good. I mean, we really played good. We Gosh, it just being around my kids when they come in and they come and eat in my office, they eat lunch there, walking down the hall, Coach Tiff, that just makes your day, even if you've had a bad day, and all the kids actually. I mean,
Yep.
it's about softball, but it's also, literally life lessons.
So, in my 2 years here at Longfellow, I noticed you take your athletes um, to things like the Special Olympics, and they go there and they support the kids. And you take them. I've seen you take them to the OU softball games and tour their facilities, and you do your potluck and all these extra things that you do. And I would just like to know, why do you do all those things?
Again, we are family, but I feel like I don't know, I just it's just a way of showing that if you want to do this, and if that's what your goal is, you can do anything that you want to do. You don't even have to pay for college. You get a scholarship, and this is where you go. And I try to teach my kids, whatever you want to do, it it's all up to you. And that's another thing that we talk about in the beginning of this season when we watch those motivational um, videos. Is the world is yours. Take it, run with it.
And so
So
that's a big picture reason as to why you do all those things outside of just coaching and going to games. It's to give the kids a bigger picture sort of thing and allow them to have other experiences.
And we work for our money. We work the football games. We work classic 50s. They work their own field too. Um, after, before and after games. Again, it's family. I know I
Yeah,
keep saying that. I'm sorry.
what's the best part of being part of the family at Longfellow and Norman Public Schools in general?
When I came over to Longfellow, I feel like everybody at Longfellow, the coaches, the teachers, the administration, wants everybody to succeed. It doesn't matter what you do. We just want you to succeed. We want you to be the best person, best player, best whatever, best orchestra, best band. We just want you to be the best that you can be. And I think that's what it's all about, really.
That's awesome. So speaking of all the LMS people that kind of are working for the success of the kids, can you name one coach at Longfellow that you think deserves a shout out for what they do, and tell us why you chose them?
I guess first, probably Coach Bachman, probably because she has 112 kids that I don't know what I would do. And then Walker, and then Wiss, just because they have so many kids come out. And it's hard. And because I know that I need to work with each and every one of them. I need to talk to each and every one of them at some point in time during that practice. And to have 112 kids to talk to every day. But they do it. And I mean, definitely a shout out to those. Yes.
And speaking of Coach Balkman, um, we should be seeing her on here soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Coach Balkman, if you watch this. So, okay, next question. In your entire coaching career,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say is your favorite memory?
Probably when we went to Stillwater our first time, and we're sitting up there and we're cheering for our kids. And first of all, there's the smile on their faces when you call out their names.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when a little grandma came up to us, and she tapped, I think she tapped Coach Jess or me on the shoulder, and she was like, "Hi, could you please cheer for Johnny? He's in lane 4 in the second race." And I think we told the girls, and then Jess and I probably held hands and probably cried to a certain extent, because I probably didn't cheer that much that time because I couldn't, because it was just a little overwhelming. But that was probably to show another person compassion or love for another person. I mean, that's all you can ask for, really. I'm not gonna cry.
That is
That's
an awesome thing.
probably, yeah, that's probably one of my favorite. That's up there. It's not, yeah,
And the
that's,
truth is, since then, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I was there last year, which, you know,
they know we're coming. They
yeah,
all know we're coming now.
but
We have to bring paper because we have to write names down. Like fifth race at 2:15, we're gonna cheer for Carol, or
mhm.
Carol Ann or whatever. And yeah, they know we're coming.
And here's what I can say, and anybody out there that watches or listens, if you've never been to the Special Olympics in Stillwater, I would really, really encourage it. I had never gone until last spring, and it's incredible. I mean, it's amazing. It's one of the best events I've been a part of, as far as school goes,
Yeah,
um, ever.
yeah. I'm sad for my kids for not being able to go to Special Olympics, but I'm also sad for the coaches, because when me and Coach just sat there and tried to figure all, write stuff down at 3 o'clock in the morning and everything, and talk about things of how we wanted to better our program, this was one of the first things on the list, most definitely.
Yeah,
And
you can definitely tell that they appreciate, all the support that they do get. So, speaking of support, amidst all the circumstances and that we are currently under, regarding social distancing, um, in regards to support, what's something you'd like to be able to say to all the students that are out there watching?
be nice to your parents. No, well, that, yes, be nice to your parents, but I just want them to know that it affects all of us. I know every day we're like, "Ugh, when's Friday coming?" But uh, I just miss them so much. I miss the hallway. I miss my kid. It affects all of us, and I don't want anybody that I know or people that know me that know 5 other people. I don't even want them to get sick. I don't want anybody to get sick, and I want them to take it serious. I want them to be nice, but I also want them to know that I miss you. I miss you so much. I miss all of you. I miss coming in the classroom and yelling at you and hugging you and telling you to get to class. And but it'll be okay. It affects us all, but we are showing them how we cope and how we get through things, and that's life lessons, and that's what we want to try to teach our kids.
So that's all I got for questions for you, Coach Tiff. Is there anything else you want to add? Don't feel obligated to do so.
Well, I would like to shout out to all the coaches that had me in their life. Um, I probably can remember every one of them, but I got to thinking because, of course, I watched Coach Morstat's, and I just think that the way I go in every day, I just want them to know that there's a little piece of them in me. They taught me so much, and they loved me. They yelled at me. They yelled at me. Trust me, they yelled at me. But they taught me, and then they believed in me. And each one of them, I love them. I love them all. So I just want to shout out to them. One for putting up with me.
I gotcha. Well, so thank you, Tiff, for taking the time
You're
to do
welcome.
this. And to all the people out there, just know we are thinking about you. We are very much, I know Tiff and I and the rest of us at Longfellow are very much looking forward to the opportunity to get back to work, working with your kids, or if you're the students, definitely we're looking forward to seeing your smiling faces. So just keep plugging away and know that we're going to be ready for you when you get back, okay?
Yes.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.